In the summer of 2008, 6 months after I blew the whistle, I got an email from a journalist who was writing a book on the CIA's rendition program. I told him, I don't know anything about renditions. Kidnapping was not my thing at the agency. I can't help you. So he sends me a list of a dozen names. He said, can you introduce me to any of these people so that I can interview them? I said, I don't know any of these people. Then he sent me a second list of a dozen names. And I said, look, you clearly know this better than I do. I don't know any of these people. And then he said, there's a guy that you mentioned on like page 165 of your book. You called him John. Can I interview him? And I said, oh, you're talking about John Doe. I don't know whatever happened to him. He's probably retired and living in Virginia somewhere. They got me. I confirmed the surname of a former colleague. That was it. That's the Intelligence Identities Protection Act of 1982. It got worse. They didn't recognize that as a violation until the journalist, who wasn't really writing a book, gave the name to Human Rights Watch. Human Rights Watch gave the name to the Guantanamo defense attorneys. The Guantanamo defense attorneys wrote a classified motion telling the judge at Guantanamo, we'd like to interview this John Doe. The judge said, hey, this name is probably classified. He gave it to the FBI. They gave it to the CIA. The CIA gave it to John Brennan.
What do you mean the journalist wasn't really writing a book?
He was pretending to write a book on the Abu Omar rendition from Milan. There really was no book. He was really working for the Guantanamo defense attorneys as kind of a private eye without telling anybody.